Coming up on Pope's Plates, egg muffins. Hi, this is Jennifer. Thank you for joining me as we take a walk through the recipes that have built the culinary foundation of my family. Today we're going to be making egg muffins. One of the things that I do usually when I make a quiche is I make egg muffins with any of the leftover quiche base mixture, and then I use whatever leftovers I have in my house, maybe tomatoes or mushrooms, and in this case we're going to be using tomatoes, cheese, cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, and ham. In the event that you want to make egg cups or egg muffins, without using the quiche base and just make an egg base yourself, you're going to add 8 eggs, medium to large eggs, a half a cup of heavy cream or sour cream, depending on how thick you want your base, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper. You can also add any kind of seasonings that you want. If you are making a spicy one, you may want to add a little bit of curry powder or chili powder. It's really up to you. You're allowed to and able to be as creative as you want to be with making egg muffins. Hand mixer that tends to not only make sure everything is mixed in well, but it also aerates the base, and so your egg muffins or quiche, whatever you're making, come out a little more fluffy and light than if you don't do that, especially when you're making things that have cheese, and cheese is really heavy, and so the more air you can get into your mixture, the lighter that your egg muffin is going to be. As I said before, egg muffins are a great way to use up any leftovers that you had. My mother was at a funeral and she was making some sandwiches for the reception afterward. And so she had some leftover Swiss cheese and ham. And I happened to have some leftover tomatoes from where I had made tacos and some cheddar cheese. And so you can really use anything that you want. In this case, that's what we used. I also really love making egg muffins with feta and spinach, sort of a spanakopita kind of egg muffin. They're just so good and so versatile and such a good way to get rid of your leftovers. I make egg muffins a lot because I have a lot of leftovers. But one of the things that I was talking to somebody about was that if you are making these for yourself or your kids or your family, you can call them egg muffins. But if you're making them for a really fancy party or something like that, you can call them gluten-free or crustless quiches. Same thing, but one sounds much fancier than the other. As you can see here, I am chopping the ham and the Swiss cheese into bite-sized, a little smaller than maybe bite-sized pieces. And I use liners for my muffin tins. They just come out easier. I have a really hard time when I make egg muffins without using the liners. You can do whatever you want, but the silicone liners really make clean up easy and the cooking easy. And so I'm going to drop just about a third of the way full, maybe a little bit more, ham and cheese into the silicone egg cups. And then later I'm going to fill them with the egg mixture. And as I said, I also had some tomatoes left over from when I had tacos. I will say that the tomatoes were a little watery, or just watery in general, and that they made the egg muffins not as sturdy or solid. I think they taste great, not that that matters, but you may want to take what leftovers you're using into consideration, especially if you are needing the egg cups to travel well.
At this point, we're going to add some cheddar cheese, grated store-bought. It melts better if you do it yourself, but I happen to have some cheese that was already pre-grated or shredded. And we're going to add those on top of the tomatoes. And for this, I just added a touch of salt or pepper, but I think Italian seasoning would be really good in this, or dried oregano, or maybe even a touch of balsamic vinegar would be good. Now I'm going to use a ladle to fill our egg muffin cups. It can be tempting to fill them almost to the top, but because this egg mixture is so airy, they're going to rise in a souffle-like manner. And so you'll only want to fill them between 1/2 and 2/3 of a way to the top to give room for the egg muffin to expand. Because I was already making quiche, our oven is already preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you are making a more dense egg muffin, it may take longer to cook. So you're going to start out at 25 minutes cook time and then check it every 5 minutes or so and take them out when a toothpick comes out clean. If you made egg muffins, I would love to hear how they turned out in the comments section below. And tell us what ingredients you used. I would love to get some great ideas from you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for visiting Pope's Plates. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Click the notification bell so that you'll know when we have new videos available. And make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Until I see you again, let's get cooking.